project, or Nex Gen as we're calling it, comes out of a conversation with Assemblywomen Carmen Arroyo. We were talking about how we got involved in doing the work that we do. And we found that there was a tremendous synergy because Evelina Antonetti was one of the activist women that Carmen Arroyo worked with in the South Bronx in terms of claiming the rights of parents to take over the school system basically and insist upon a quality education. Carmen Arroyo was very involved with Evelina Antonetti and United Bronx Parents in educating parents about their rights as parents in the school system, about demanding that their young people have quality education. And when I came into the field, I was working at the Urban Coalition as an education director of the division. And Evelina Antonetti took over my office because she was on the board of directors of the Urban Coalition. And 30 parents from the South Bronx, she told me to go to the office of the president, Eugene Calendar then, and demand that the Urban Coalition provide training for parents in the South Bronx.
We were brought on to the Nex Gen program to help develop and implement curriculum and to design what this program should look like. So some of the goals of this program are to educate but really inspire youth to take ownership in their own lives. One of the things we reiterate over and over again is you cannot wait for a system or a government or anybody outside of your community to do things for you. So that's one goal of the program. Another goal would be to get these students thinking about how they make changes, and why we chose to work there was to allow these group of students to look at their communities through a different lens. We want them to be able to have pride in coming from the South Bronx and be empowered enough to go back into their communities and their neighborhoods to really cause change.
Right, and one of the ways that we want to create change is to help students understand what it actually means to be successful. We want them to understand that success is not necessarily defined by having material things. And so once they eventually do move on and educate themselves, go on to college and make a career for themselves, we want them to remember the community and to take ownership so that the community can eventually become more self-sufficient. So just always reinforcing the idea that we are responsible for our communities.
Young people have to understand that they have rights, and those rights are empowering rights. The right to learn, the right to have housing, the right to be safe, the right to have health care, the right to live in the world because you belong in the world.
My name is Richard Sanchez. I'm 18 years old.
My name is Jacob Anthony DeLeon.
I was in the Bronx.
My name is Emma Colon, and I'm the 12th grade. My name is 17 years old. I go to Puerto Rican. Jackson Project. I'm 16 years old. I'm 17 years old, and I'm a senior at Hostess Academy.
I'm 17 years old. I live in South Bronx. I go to Hostess Academy of Science. I enjoy stepping, dancing, hanging out with my friends and family, and partying. Yeah.
What concerns me about the community in the Bronx is mostly the violence and the way people just throw trash everywhere and they don't really care. So that's something that I would like to be a part of and help in my community.
Yeah, teenagers robbing and stealing just to get money and have the good stuff and have a good life, but they're not seeing that you can have a good life if you start going in the right direction to go towards what you want to become, not trying to do what other people influence you or live in the moment.
My concern is the violence in the Bronx, and especially gun use. I feel that a lot of people carry guns nowadays because they feel that they need to protect themselves, and I think we need to make a safer environment so people don't have to feel that way.
Young teens that's my age, like being locked up for crimes that they do and stuff like that. Like I don't think it's cool. Like to sell drugs and stuff like that. I understand you want to make fast money, but what are you going to do? What are you doing with your life? Like, how is that benefiting you in the long run? Some people would never know what is outside of the environment. All they would know is what's inside. Like, we have the opportunity to go out and see.
In the Bronx, amongst teenagers, diseases are like something that's very prevalent, and a lot of people are in fear of knowing. And I think that installing knowledge in a lot of our youth's mind is one of my biggest concerns, like about HIV and STD awareness. I feel like a lot of people that's sexually active won't go to the clinic to get tested, and that's one of my biggest things about the Bronx, like the fact that we have like one of the highest rates of AIDS in like New York period. So that's just one of my biggest concerns.
I want to be able to attend law school and become a defense attorney and hopefully prevent a lot of people from going to jail and find different ways to stay out of trouble. And I think Next Generation Leadership Program will help me strengthen my leadership skills and help me strengthen my public speaking skills so I can share that with other people.